Today we will be seeing about how the journey of team happened and how we build a team. So me personally having little bit of experience of leading the team or managing the team, but having starting from the scratch is something new. It's so tough. I didn't imagine when before starting this journey. So according to me, the challenging, the toughest part, if we compare with the product development or funding or customer engagement and team. So team is one of the difficult job, building the team from the scratch especially, because you have to translate your vision to the people and find that particular people. So right now we are in the team. We are having 8 members. 4 members are full time. The first is me, and then we have Mayank, Ali, Shankar, and the part time is Venkatesh and Kirti. And remotely, 2 members are helping us. Suman and Srinivas. So as you say, this journey, it was like I was alone. So in Hindi, it says मैं तो मैं अकेला ही चला था जाने में मंजिल मगर मैं अकेला चला था मैं तो अकेला ही चला था जाने में मंजिल मगर लोग साथ आते गए और कारवां बनता है. So this journey when I started, I was alone. So how I built the team from the scratch? Let me say about that. So when I was in Pune, from that time only I have started right now I have to start this team building activity, because when I go directly we will jump into the product and we will make something. So it was so beautiful that time when I connected to the people who are back in Hyderabad. They said yes, we will do this, we will do that, all blah blah blah. So it was just like virtual thing on phone and on video call like that. Then when I come back and when I discussed with them, this is the idea, let us do it. They said yes, yes, we will do it. We will do on weekends. So I said I'll work on full time and you guys do on weekends. But my friend, the 2 friends, one said okay, but he didn't come up, and other friend he said yes, give me some work, let me do it. So he took the work, but end of the day he is giving excuses. He's having some issues, some work issues related to office, or some personal issues, family issues. So even he could not complete the work in weekends also. So there is no accountability, there is no commitment. So I felt, man, this is not going. How do I do now? Then I went to meetups. Then I went to meetups and finding something the partner. I have to find out the partner who can help me out, who can join this journey. Then I went to different meetups. I think I went 5 to 6 meetups in Hyderabad here. A lot of meetups happened to find the business partner, to find the startup co-founder. Then what happened? The people who are coming, they have their own idea. They have their own kind of business idea there. So what I understand, then it's too tough. They are not ready to change. I am ready to change my idea, but I felt when I discussed with them my idea, I felt okay. If my idea is not good, let me change it. But when I ask their idea and when I criticize, they are emotionally attached to their idea. So I feel no, it's not possible. And then I called some of my juniors. I gave some work to them. After giving them work, they also could not execute. Then I made a poster of that. The poster was it was viral that week, hiring poster. So after making that poster, a lot of people applied. Nearly more than 1,000 people applied. So like that, we have built the team. So while building the team, I feel the first hiring process was normal. normal process, like how it will be there in organization, different organization. But I realized this is not the right hiring process for the startup and startup like us. So I changed the process. So first thing, I think when I was going from Hyderabad to Pune because of some work, in the train I got the idea which person is suitable for startup or to become the team member, the core team member. The first thing, when I was in the journey, I was in the train. I drawn one sketch. There is a road, there is a path. The final goal is it. So the person whose final goal or whose goal, at least coming 5 to 10 years, whose goal is the same and my goal is the same, with startup goal is the same, they can work. Normal people who just want to work, like they want to earn money, they want to do something, for them is not, this is not the right place. Even they get disturbed and I get disturbed. So that is the first point. So I test the people before taking into the startup whether his or her goal is same or not. It can be aligned or not. Okay, common goal. And the second thing, the person who want to work with the Sauron, they should be self-motivated. No need of monitoring. If you monitor them, means they are not like passionate people. So they should be like self-motivated. And other point is like they should be quick learner. Quick learner means they should learn from their experiences, from their execution, from their challenges, from their problems, what they do actually, or at least from other people who are doing the same and they got some problem and how they solve. They have to learn from them. Not just learning. Like right now, like when we hire the people actually go and jump into the problem. When they solve the problem, what they do, they just go to internet, find on internet, find some solution on YouTube. That's not the right way for learning, or learning from some books written by some people, some theoretical people. The person may read some books which are practical, who did something practically related to that field, especially the experts. So that learning is important, and going to the expert, particular like if they are having some problem into the robotics, into some mechanical thing, into some electronics thing, into maybe for team building. I took a lot of experiences from other experts who know how to build a team, how to manage the team. So that one thing is there. Other thing is like when the person come, I should admire him. I should get inspiration from him. The person who can't send the signals like that, so boring, so not attractive, not looking by his attitude, by his behavior, he should be, admired. Other thing is like, lot of people are confused with their career, so they want to join us because they feel okay, they are doing something, let us join. But they are confused when they see a lot of challenges inside. They feel shaky. Really, they feel shaky. So important thing is here is when the person comes, he should be clear with his goal, what he want to achieve. He should not be confused. And other thing is he should be crazy. The person should not be lazy. He's just sleeping, not working. The person should be crazy. And other thing is like he ready to sacrifice. Especially in the core team, the people don't have that kind of quality. The quality of sacrifice. They have to sacrifice first the time and the second is the money. Because in the initial stage you have to sacrifice. Maybe you deserve 1 lakh or 2 lakh per month, but in startup you may get 10, 20, 30, not more than that initially. And after that you will be like, you're not comparable. If you go properly and if you are, if your things are happening according to what you have planned, then you will be millionaire. But initially when you start, you have to sacrifice. Without sacrifice, can't achieve. So like that people, if we inject in the team, they will stay longer. And other point is like their behavior. How do they manage their anger? How do they behave in the team? How do they take the decision? If someone delegate something to them, how do they execute the work? That is much important. And when they join us, there are certain challenges, because when we do some work which is related to invention, if the work is related to invention, new thing, you can't find on Google. So Google sir, Google uncle will not help you. YouTube also won't help you. Internet won't help you. When you're doing something new, then the person should jump into it, and he have to go to anywhere to search and to find out the solution. If the solution is not there outside, he have to find himself. So for finding the solution for himself, he needs patience. Patience does not mean like he should just simply sitting or simply thinking about that. Patience is repeatedly doing something to achieve something. If you say someone says patience means to just take something or just keeping quiet and not doing anything. No, doing to achieve something without losing the angriness, okay, without losing the track. That is patience actually. And the last point, what we see when we hire the people is passion. The definition of the passion, a lot of people say passion, but definition of the passion is more than life. If some desire comes to you and that desire is so burning, you are ready to die for something. That is passion actually. So the people who are passionate, who think not ready to die, at least ready to do anything to execute this, to make this happen practically. So those people actually passionate people. A lot of people say like passion. That word is so common nowadays, so much famous. But the real meaning of the passion is to achieve something you are ready to sacrifice your life. That is passion. So these are important points. Like when we hire the people, we see these things, and other stuff like in this journey, the journey of team building is when someone leaves, how do you manage? Because there will be technical impact, technical disturbance, there will be emotional disturbance. So you should know, because one person comes to you and he wants to leave, and it's going to happen. If someone comes to you and he's not going to leave you even after 5 years, it's an impossible thing. Maybe or may not be kind of thing. If he joins the team, it's one day he is going to leave you. But how do you retain a person? How do you retain your team members? So like how I actually retain the people from like 1.5 year, the two things I see when I want that person to be in the team. The first thing is the connection, and the second thing is the execution. So in the connection, I have to build my connection, my professional rapport and personal engagement. Professional engagement, personal rapport. Like I have to have some dinners with him, and I have to sit with him in the lab. And I have to share my problems with him. He have to share the problems with me, and the connection we have to build. And in that connection, there should be transparency. There should not be any kind of fake things. And other thing in execution is more important. Like we have already discussed in ideation. Execution about his work, what he do actually, how he solve any specific challenge. When he take it, how he execute. Will he take extra time, or he will delay by excusing something? Delaying by giving excuses. So those two things I will see. And it's not like one-sided. Whatever the points, when we take some people, we see those points that is from our end, and the retaining also from our end. Their end thing also there, what they want, what team wants actually. So at Soron, team wants the freedom. I have already posted on my social media accounts like freedom. If you hire the right person, means you have to give him the freedom. then only he can execute. If you don't give the freedom, he can't execute. So how we have given the freedom? The first freedom which we have given to the team, they can take most decision. Most of the decision will be taken by the team. If the person is related to design, he will take the design decision. The person is related to robotics, he will take that robotic decision. If the person is related to the development and testing, the flight test, he will take the decision. So that is one of the freedom we have given. And the other thing in the team, the freedom is like we have given the key of the lab, office key. Whenever you want to come and execute. There is no restriction. If you feel you want to come and execute, you can do it. You can do it. There is no restriction from our side. And other freedom is whatever they want to buy, whatever they want to buy. Suppose they want to buy something for testing. So most of the time, like let them buy, let them do testing. Because in invention you have to give the freedom for testing also. So and the fourth thing is the culture. The culture is the dress, what they wear, what they speak, all that thing, the culture is important. After that, the work, whatever the work we give to them, they should feel happy. If that is not there, they won't stay. And how the leader is with them. If the leader is good with the team, they will stay longer, and that they expect from a leader. The expectation from leader, how the leader behave with them. And other point is if we give some work, they expect some payment. So initially when we started Soron, we don't have much money. We give some minimum basic amount, sometimes minimum surviving payment or something. So who sacrifice the payment? So we give them the equity, the ownership of the company, and these are the things what the team member expect from us. So if any of you have any questions, you can ask, and you can ping me. Okay, so people are asking on WhatsApp. So like how you manage the team, how you delegate the work. So me manage the team, I don't manage the team most of the time, but it's really tough. Especially me managing the WhatsApp group, the team WhatsApp group, it's too tough. It's not easy. So managing WhatsApp was one of the toughest thing for me. So how I did, I made other team member the group admin and let him add the people, let him remove the people from the WhatsApp group. So that thing I did, the management, especially the social media. And related to the work related management is I give every day some 10-15 minutes, half an hour time to the team. So I ask them what challenges you have, what problems you have, how can I help you? Can I help you technically what I can, or do you want any kind of expert to jump into and help you? So that is the thing. And other thing is the team, we should ask them, sometimes they want leave, sometimes they have certain issues, so we should connect with them. I think connection is the management according to me. The management is like, if you're sitting on their head and just saying do this one, do that one, no one do it like that. And especially in startup like us, it's not possible. And related to management and like how actually I delegate the work. Coming to delegation of the work, we take one specific challenge or one specific task. So we'll ask like who is having that skills, who can execute that, who can solve that challenge. So we make that plan and we make that strategy, and with respect to that, we will give them the work. Okay. So like that we will engage the team members.